Again on folks, Luke here from LAGFX. We're back today with a new Sunday sessions video. Today we are going to be covering 3 or 4 markets that I feel hold good potential for the coming week. I'm going to break down some of the analysis I've performed, give you guys areas and zones that you can work with and potentially place positions from, which as a result should lead to some profitable positions. Now, as always, if you guys have any questions or queries with regards to the analysis I go through today, please leave them in the comments below. There's going to be a lot of things I touch base on, like supply and demand zones, order blocks, hidden order blocks, fair value gaps, things of that nature that may not make sense to you. And if it doesn't, that's absolutely fine. As I say, leave them in the comments below and I can create videos based on your requests. Or alternatively, head over to Telegram and drop me a message personally on there. Now, if you do enjoy this video, you learn a thing or two, or you actually have a profitable position based on my analysis, don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up and share with your friends. All the support you guys provide is very much appreciated. Now, you may be wondering where I've been for the past 2 weeks. I've not uploaded a video. I've actually been really busy with a side project that we're doing within LAGFX. So that's pretty much sorted now. We just need to get the ball rolling with that. And yeah, there's some really exciting things coming with LAGFX and some big moves that we are trying to make in this industry. So stay tuned for that. But with all of that being said, let's jump straight into our analysis today. So you can see I've got on screen the XAU US dollar market. So this is the gold to the US dollar. You can see here we've been delivered with a break of structure to the downside. Okay, price was putting in protected highs. Price was putting in protected lows and creating new higher highs, giving us the suggestion that this market was bullish, trading us in a bullish way, as you can see. What we then saw was price then break what was a protected low in the laws of bullish structure. This suggests that the demand in the market is diminishing and the supply is actually taking over. So price evidently traded us into an area of supply, which has led to this move to the downside. Demand is probably being exhausted as well. So we have good evidence to suggest that price is now going to put in a corrective wave to the downside. I want to see price trade up and into an area of supply before delivering us with another bearish leg. This gives us the ability to get involved in this market with a refined entry, meaning that we can, walk away with the markets, walk away from the markets with higher returns on any short positions that we do go into place. So if we just head to the 4-hour timeframes, if we have a look at these candles here, you can see that what I've marked out is an area of supply up here. This is a hidden order block. This is a last buy to sell region. These areas of bullishness have been mitigated by one another, but we do have this area here as well. So what I'm going to do is mark that out for you all. If you head over to the 4-hour timeframes, you will see this wick to the downside followed by wick to the upside. That is a hidden order block. Okay. The reason why this is a hidden order block is because in order for price to trade down to this point, we would have had bearish structure. But for price to close here, this candle to close here, it would suggest that bullishness traded us back up after that short move. We've then seen a continuation in bullishness before a heavy move to the downside where prices then closed down here. So again, this suggests that there's bullish structure within this leg here. And essentially, price should come to trade up and into this area to clear those buy orders for a continuation to the downside. We've also got another area up here marked out just in case price does decide to put in a deeper correction. So there's 2 areas marked out there that I feel price will come to trade up and into before we move to the downside, again giving us the opportunity to get involved in this market with a refined entry. I want to see price trade us down and into this demand zone. Okay, once price trades us down and into this demand zone, we can expect that any short orders that have been placed here, and any shorts from this bearish leg, they will probably be closed. Short orders will be closed. Buy orders will be being introduced from this area of demand, which should give us that shift in balance and hopefully the next leg taking us higher. As we know, this market is primarily bullish on the higher time frames. It's a precious metal, something that holds value and will hold value, and I think as time goes on it's only going to increase in value. So my thoughts are that this is a bullish market overall, and realistically we want to be looking for bullish opportunities with a longer term bias, but our shorter term goal here is to ride this corrective wave down and into this demand zone at 2239 before we look to buy in again. So that's my analysis for the XAU US dollar market. I hope you guys can get involved in this market and profit this coming week. We've placed some amazing positions over the course of the past 2-3 weeks. 12%, 13% from 2 positions that we placed about 2 weeks ago. Okay, moving over to the Australian dollar to the US dollar. We have very similar structure taking place, just in the opposite way. So whereas we had a break of structure to the downside, with the XAU US dollar market, here we have a break of structure to the upside. So we can see that we were protecting these highs that were being set, and we were creating lower lows. That suggests bearish structure. What we saw was price penetrate an area of demand, completely liquidate this zone, absorb the demand in this area. That gave us this new shift to the upside, breaking what was seen as a protected high, giving us the suggestion that now price is looking to trade higher. We are no longer respecting areas of supply, but we are now respecting areas of demand, and we're no longer protecting those highs, we're protecting the lows. You can see that these lows have been created, price has yet to break them. I do want to see a deeper correction take place into either this zone or this zone. You guys go ahead and mark them out for yourself. Pause the video now. But I want to see price trade down into 1 or 2 before taking us higher again, just giving us the ability to get involved in this market with a refined entry. I'm not going to say that price will react from this one, but it could react from this one. So if price absorbs this area, then this would be my next target to buy in. Obviously, we want to have relevant confirmation before we look to enter in on these markets. It's very important that we do our due diligence and we wait patiently to be delivered with the confirmation in order to enter. It's very important that we don't just place buy positions on the basis that, or sell positions, so to say, based on the fact that price has just traded into these areas of interest. We need to have all areas of confirmation covered before we look to enter. So you might be wondering, what does our entry confirmation look like? Well, what we want to see, essentially, is for price to trade down and into an area like this, and then for price to break structure fractally before looking to enter. So this structure that's inside what looks to be a corrective wave, we want to see a break in this bearishness. So you can see how we are protecting the highs and breaking the lows. We want to see that reverse. We want to start to see the lows being protected and the highs breaking. Once we start to see that fractally, that confirms that there was enough demand in this market to put an end to this correction and essentially start the next impulsive wave to the upside. So that's my analysis for AUD USD. As I say, looking to go long in this market. I've got 2 areas there marked out. We just need to wait for price to give us entry confirmation before we can look to get involved. Okay, so I'm going to touch base on the Euro NZD now, and then we'll finish off with a bit of Bitcoin. So evidently, this market is trading us in a bearish way, although it looks as though it's ranging, and we can see that price is kind of consolidating within this range. We are seeing a continuation in a bearish pattern. So we're seeing lower highs being created followed by lower lows. So we're protecting those highs, breaking the lows. This is exactly what we want to see. So in order for us to get involved in a bearish market, we want to essentially get involved at the next lower high that's created. I believe this is our area of interest. There are multiple areas, if I'm being completely honest with you now. Looking on the daily time frame, we have another 2 areas of supply, which could be of interest to us. So we're going to mark this out. And we're going to mark this one out here as well. And again, you may be wondering, why are these areas of supply? Well, again, we can see that this represents bullish structure. A wick to the downside followed by a wick to the upside in a long or a big bearish move suggests that there is some bullish orders, some buy orders that have been present in price here. Because in order to create this characteristic, there must have been some bullishness on the lower time frames. I do want to see price trade into one of 3 areas before we see a continuation to the downside. We've had a penetration of a higher time frame supply zone. We look at the last protected low within the bullishness that traded us up. We've seen a break in that. This low created the highest high. Therefore, we've had a break of structure to the downside. And as I say, we are starting to see price, yes, range ever so slightly, but we are seeing the characteristics of bearish structure. So I'd be confident in saying that I do want to take this market short. We are just seeing price distribute before we have that large move to the downside. But that's my analysis for Euro NZD. That's what I'm looking to get involved in this coming week with this market. Now, finally, just touching base on Bitcoin to the US dollar. I put some analysis out for this market about a week ago. What I'll do is I'll find the analysis and throw it up on screen now, and you can see that this path that I drew out is what I wanted to see price do, and we're seeing price do exactly as I've drawn out. So I wanted to see price trade down and into this area of demand before giving us a move to the upside, and that's what we're seeing now. Now, I suspect that this impulsive wave trading us higher, or this bullish wave trading us higher, will come to an end. I want to see price continue breaking us down. It's just a case of waiting now to see how price reacts. Again, this is another market that I feel is going to be bullish overall, but I think it's within a corrective phase at the moment. We've had breaks of structure to the downside to suggest longer term bearishness. I just want to see the supply take over in this market. We can trade price down into a valid area of demand. I mean, there's quite a visible order block here on the daily timeframes. I'd love to see price trade down and into that potentially. We can buy in here around 40,000 a Bitcoin and then trade price up, creating some new highs in this market. But yeah, what we're seeing now is very good. Price is respecting these areas that I'm marking out, and we just need to see how price plays out. But yeah, that's my analysis for this Sunday sessions video. Again, apologies I've not been around for the past 2 weeks. I've just been very busy with other projects within LAGFX. We've got a lot of big things coming, so I want you guys to be prepared for that. Stay tuned for what is to come, because these are going to be opportunities that everyone is going to be able to take advantage of. Not just those who like to trade, but those who are those of you who may have an entrepreneurial mindset. There's an opportunity there that we're looking to work with. So stay tuned for what's to come. We'll be putting out some videos hopefully next week on Wednesday. I like to do a video on a Wednesday, so I may do a case study or maybe an educational video, all depends. And then I've got some videos as well coming about Monaxa, which is the broker that I'm partnered with and work with very closely, so stay tuned for those as well. But yeah, as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Wishing you all a very profitable week, and I'll catch you all in the next Sunday sessions video.